Americans about the important role that touch plays in our everyday lives, and hopefully inspire people to engage in touch more often. Now, as we've said here tonight already, with the wonderful proliferation of technologies that make our lives easier and more convenient in so many ways, we in America have less and less physical contact, as texting and instant messaging have increasingly taken the place of holding hands, hugging, touching, and I would dare say intimacy itself is in danger. Now, as Magnus mentioned earlier, a NIVEA study has provided concrete evidence that we don't get enough touch, and collectively we're in a state of what we're calling skin hunger, which is a desire for more touch, and the human connection, more human connection than we normally receive, or certainly than we do now. Now, when asked which forms of affectionate touch they wish to receive more often than they do, guess which Americans identified number one? Which Americans went first as a kind of touch that, come on now.
Hugging.
Hugging, you're close. There's one first that came before that. Kissing, you got it. What came second?
Hugging.
Hugging was third. Holding hands was second, you got it. There we go. So, what is this all? Why are we concerned about this? Well, I want to sort of raise awareness about the fact that touch is fundamental to the human experience. Check this out. It is the first sense that develops in the human developmental spectrum. It is the only one that our body cannot survive without. Think about the fact that infants fail to thrive without touch, without the simple fact of the availability. That's why we now, when we're taking care of kids in incubators, we have the parents come in and touch, do all the touching they can. Skin. What do you think the largest human organ is? The organ in the body is? It's skin. That's right. I already telegraphed that one. We have approximately 50 touch receptors for every square centimeter of skin. That is about 5 million sensory cells overall. Studies have shown that infants, as I said, who receive touch develop faster and more healthier. They have better immune functioning, and we too can all have better immune functioning. Vital to brain functioning too. Receiving slow, gentle caresses stimulates the part of the brain associated with emotional responses as well as the brain's primary decision-making center. I want to break that down a little bit because I love this stuff. I can't resist. Which is the posterior aspect of the insular cortex is activated by touch. And that is the part of the brain that provides us with the affective charge of experience. You ever thought about that? There's experience, there's somatic experience, then there's the affective component. And the affective component is activated by touch. The other area is the orbital frontal system, which sits at the sort of a hierarchical position and helps with decision-making and regulation of brain mechanisms. So these really healthy areas, and I dare say it is the inroad to intimacy, and I have, of course, the opinion that intimate contact is what allows the brain to develop in a healthy way and allows the development of healthy brain regulation, emotional regulation. Put that in your thinking caps for a couple of days. Now that's not all. Touch has been associated, as I said, with other numerous health benefits. Multiple experiments have shown that touch therapy improves the symptoms of physical conditions, specifically touch, reduces anxiety, improves depressive symptomatology, enhances immune function, as I said. It's been shown to lower blood pressure in hypertensives, increase the sense of well-being among those suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder, and these days we all know people with these things, and associated with a sense of greater happiness and higher self-esteem overall. So tonight we're asking you to put your cell phones down, shut your computers off for a little while, and hug the people you love. Tell them it is doctor's orders. Thank you very much.
Very O'Connell.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you to NIVEA for inviting us to join the Million Moments of Touch movement. It's working. Despite our crazy schedules and raising 2 young girls, Jerry and I understand the importance of quality time to hug and kiss and hold each other. It's what helps to keep our relationship strong.
I couldn't agree more. That's why we insist on scheduling date nights at least once a week. We try to escape to a quiet restaurant where we can hold hands over dinner, share occasional kisses over courses. Everyone needs a little PDA, which is, as everyone knows, public display of affection. When we're home, we always try to make time for cuddling alone without our cell phones or computers.
Right.
Put them away, people, or at least put them on silent for just a minute.
My favorite touch time is relaxing at home when I can hold you in my arms. I feel closer to you. It helps relieve my stress, tensions from my crazy day.
Well, same here, and I know others are the same way as well. Throughout 2012, NIVEA will encourage couples to bring more PDA into their relationships. As we mentioned, NIVEA will be sending lots of lucky couples out on well-deserved date nights all over the country, and NIVEA will be paying, so I would really suggest taking advantage of that. Order the lobster, touch each other, the bubbly, it's on
Touch each
NIVEA.
other, caviar, touch each other. Details can be found on the NIVEA Facebook page.
That's not all. NIVEA is going to have special events throughout the year to remind Americans to touch and be touched. Look for PDA Day this summer when NIVEA will set up special PDA stations in public places to make touching easier.
PDA. PDA. Thanks again for having us tonight and helping us kick off NIVEA's Million Moments of Touch movement. Good night.